So, today I just wanted to talk a little bit about building up like Catholic culture, and some ways to do that, and we can kind of have some discussion about that as well, and just share with some of what we've been doing and what we've seen with it. And every day, I think definitely prayer in the liturgical life is very much at the center of this building up Catholic culture, where it's we've been praying the liturgy of the hours in the church every day, at the same time, and then opening it up to the public. People can come. A ton of the neighbors have been coming each day for daytime prayer specifically, and then we have a lunch right afterwards, and the lunches have been, a lot of people have been coming to it, and then it's quite interesting, for feast days specifically, we've been hyping up feast days, where we're just coming up at the end of the month, we have, since this is St. Catherine of Alexandria Parish, her feast days on the 25th of this month, so we've been telling everyone, get ready, 25th, we're going to have a big feast day, and then St. Andrew's on the 30th. So just making a little calendar of the feast days for the upcoming month and giving it out to people. And then, it's quite interesting where it's most of the feast days, there's around double the amount of people that are normally here. And we've been having after the daily mass here at the parish, having a breakfast as well, which we normally don't have breakfast for people, and then just having activities going on all morning after breakfast, and then having a big feast day meal. And a bunch of people have been looking forward to the Catholic feast days, and they're not even Catholic. It's quite interesting where it's just the parish that we're at, most of the people haven't been coming to our feast day celebrations, but more of the neighbors have been coming, and it's just this some people come, they've been learning about each day, the memorials. We read the life of the saint of the day, from this. It has a little 2-page little biography of the saint with a comment that kind of applies to the daily life, and then a quote or story or something on them, and it's been quite good. But then just hearing all these examples of the saints throughout, and just this building up of, just having activities around the church based around prayer. We noticed, we were trying to have Bible studies going on, and we were doing it at 4:30 p.m. And nobody was showing up. And then it's just gosh, we need to figure out how can we get and it's just there's certain things that just kind of draw people, having food. And so it's just we started just okay, well, let's do things right after the lunch. That'd be a good time. And so then we started doing every Wednesday now, right after our lunch, we've been doing a Catholic question and answer class where it's just different themes, and people can just come and bring all their questions relating to that. So it's next Wednesday, got Father Peter Patrick here. No, but he's actually not going to be here. But how do Catholics worship? I just stole this from the Archdiocese website. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and actually that reminds me, because so this is from the Eucharistic revival that the Archdiocese is starting to put on now, and this picture was on there, and I went to that the kind of Eucharistic revival planning session day thing that they had over there, and one of the kind of consistent themes that I was drawing from it was just we're in a time where it's the Catholic culture is not there anymore. People are just not going to if you just kind of go along, follow the common route that everyone takes, you're not going to be Catholic for the most part. And so it's just like, there's just this kind of, talk, a lot of it was talking about this apostolic work and like really needing to treat things like it's, like people aren't just going to fall right into the faith. It's like we actually have to go out and witness the gospel to them, evangelize. And so then that with that, it's just, so yes, it's like we have to realize that it's like the majority of culture is not like Catholic, like it's not going to encourage people in the faith, but then like how can we kind of create more or less like a pocket of that where it's like, the people that are coming here to the lunch, it's like there's people coming like almost every day. They're here around the church for like 2 or 3 hours a day, some of them. And then they're just like, wow, this is great. Like, let me invite a bunch of my friends here. And their friends that are just like struggling with similar things to them, like, are coming here and looking like to be healed, like, and to, have a good community around them. And then it's like they find like, oh wow, like they're doing a lot of stuff here. They're praying at these times each day. They're celebrating these feast days. They're celebrating this. And I think one thing that the missionaries and I were talking about, like back, I don't know, not too long ago, is like we were noticing all these people have like Halloween decorations out, or they have Thanksgiving decorations out, or just like various just kind of like secular holidays, and they're trying to celebrate like secular liturgical and so it's just like, so it's like with the church, it's like we have all of these great feast days, we have all of these just amazing saints, and so it's just like building up traditions like around that so that people can so that we can build up Catholic culture. People can be like, yeah, like I don't know, like we had our very first feast day cookout was the Saint Lawrence, because he was grilled to death, and so we had like a feast day grill out in honor of Saint Lawrence. And so it's just like stuff like that. It's like, okay, so it's like, and people, I think, remember that. It's like, oh yeah, St. Lawrence, like we're gonna be grilling, like, and so just like looking into like the lives of different saints, and it's like what made them like popular, like why do people pray for their intercession, like, and then just trying to, I guess, have some different traditions that we can do around here that like help to build up that Catholic culture, so that even though the majority of society does not have that, like people can come here and they can find that at least, and that's something that I think with the like we were talking about the Halloween and the Thanksgiving decorations and stuff. That's something that like just is kind of like on our hearts from God. That like we want to celebrate things. Like we want to have certain feast, if you will. And so it's like, how can we like as a church like encourage this stuff like from to help build up Catholic culture. So.